All right, guys, so let's talk about the simple, beautiful math behind running a successful Facebook ad agency. Because if you understand this very simple math, you're going to understand why it's such an incredible opportunity running a Facebook ad agency, right? Because there's a false perception that to run a Facebook ad agency, you have to make, 25 new business calls a day or 50 new business calls a day, like a lot of telemarketers do, calling all of these businesses, calling all of these cold calls, right? And while the fastest path to success does involve some phone calls, right? But once you kind of get your first clients, you're going to get a lot of referrals and things like that. So it's not as many as you think. Yes, it does involve some phone calls, but do not worry. I do share my exact completely proven templates in this module. I used to be the worst person in the world at making phone calls until I realized that I was actually adding a huge amount of value to these businesses. Like, I'm doing them a favor. Once you start to realize that you're doing them a favor, calling people becomes so much easier. And we're going to talk about exactly how to sign your first client 100% guaranteed in 24 hours later on in this module. So do not worry at all, because it's actually a lot less kind of phone calls and work than you might think, right? It does involve some work, but let's look at some of the simple math to see just how realistic it is to use Facebook and creating a Facebook ad agency, running ads for local businesses to actually earn a full-time income. So in 2017, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the following were the average salaries for Americans based on age. Right, so 16 to 19 years old, around 22,000. And the highest income earners were 35-year-olds to 64-year-olds, and then 65 and above went back down, right? So this is about average, I'd say around 45,000. We're just gonna round up and say it's 48,000. So this is actually going to be more conservative. So, our estimates are going to be about actually higher than the average for an American. So if we're going to assume that the average American of any age makes 48 grand, and it's actually a bit lower than that, but we're just going to assume that it's 48 just because it makes it a bit easier for the math. If we assume that Americans make $48,000 per year on average, which, by the way, America is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and you don't have to be anywhere to create a successful Facebook ad agency. So 48,000 per year divided by 12 months, right, means that you need to make $4,000 per month to be average or above average wages, wage-wise, of one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Right? So a very conservative and realistic amount that we are going to use in our example in this module to charge your customers, right? And what I mean by customers are to charge local businesses to actually run Facebook ads for them to bring them a ton of new business, right, is about $1,000 a month. This means, guys, that all you have to do is get 4 businesses total to say yes, to earn more than the average American does in a year. All you have to do is get 4 yeses, right? We're not talking about 25 sales calls a day. We're not talking about 50 sales calls a day. If you call 1 business a day, that's 30 businesses a month. All you need is 4 of those 30 businesses, right? 1 out of 7 to say yes, and all that is 1 call a day for 1 month. And if you get 4 of those people to say yes, now you're earning more than the average American does in an entire year, right? But if you make 1 call a day for the whole year, right, that is a lot more than 4 potential businesses, right? So what if you sign more? If you sign more than 4, all of a sudden you're earning much more than that, right? So if you were signed, for example, 10 total businesses, and they're all paying you $1,000 a month, right? That's $10,000 per month times 12 months, or 120 grand, right? And if you want to stop there, you can. The beautiful thing about running Facebook ads for people is, your biggest source of new business, guys, is word of mouth. So you're not going to have to call all of these different businesses. The beautiful thing is, if you sign up 1 business, right, let's say you sign up a dentist. If you're doing good work for them and you're bringing in new customers and new clients, and you're going to do your good work using the strategies and the tactics that we teach in this course, if you're doing good work for them and you're bringing them new business and you're profitably, you're adding more value than the amount you cost, then they're going to want to share you, and they're going to want to tell their friends, right? All dentists went to school with other dentists. They know other dentists. They went to dental school, right? They have friends who are dentists, and they'll refer you, and you'll start to get all this referral traffic. And then if you're doing good work for your referral traffic will start to refer people. And all of a sudden, guys, you guys are going to have too much business and you're going to have to start turning people away. And that is the beautiful thing about Facebook ad agencies. And the beautiful thing about, if you do good work for somebody, word of mouth is going to start to take off. People are going to give you referrals. They're going to, introduce you to other small business owners. And all of a sudden, you're going to have a lot of different people trying to have you run Facebook ads for them, guys. And I'm going to show you a ninja hack to get all of your current business to refer all of their friends and families, to give you all the clients you'll ever need, because I know that I hate making phone calls and I know that you probably hate making phone calls. So we're going to keep that to an absolute minimum. And literally all it is at the very beginning. And I'm going to share my exact templates and exactly what you should say on that phone call to guarantee that you're going to be much more likely to actually sign that business, guys. So all we need to do, the simple, beautiful math behind a Facebook ad agency, is get 4 people to say yes. And if we get 4 people to say yes, we are going to earn more than the average American does in a full year, completely profit with no conventional business expenses, guys. And so I think that you are probably starting to understand just how exciting this is, and that you want to get more into this module, because we are seriously going to break it down step by step by step, exact blueprint, how you can actually go about doing this. And it is going to be a very, very good one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and let's get to the next.